Hello and welcome to the Happy, Healthy, Strong podcast. This is a podcast dedicated to helping you live a happier, healthier, and stronger life. Building a life that you love starts with you owning your health and intentionally creating the best version of yourself. So if you're looking to better understand how proper nutrition, daily movement, mindset work, and strength training can help you create a life full of happiness and health, then you are in the right place. I generally hope that the tips, tricks, and information that we share will be the catalyst for change. I'm your host, Adam Lane. It's time to dive in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Oak Performance Radio. I'm your host, Adam Lane. With me today, Coach Kyle, back on the show.
Yep, again.
Thanks for enduring the technical difficulties that we had. And friends, our podcast is so popular that if you hear a lot of clapping behind us, that's because this live studio audience is just supporting us so much.
They are.
In this podcast. Listen to the clapping going on. We're doing a hell of a job here, bang up job here. Kyle, I want to talk. I was having a conversation with my little accountability guys group, and we're talking the weightlifting thing and stuff like that, and we're kind of making fun. There are many guys because we're about to hit Squattober here. Mm-hmm. Actually, this will go live in October, so we're in Squattober as you're listening to this right now. Sure. And there are many guys that will avoid legs, that they will do their upper body. Yeah. They will bench and they will lat pull, and bent row and dumbbell press, but they will avoid the back squat. Yep. They will avoid the deadlifts, and they will have big upper bodies and itty bitty legs.
Itty bitty legs.
And in the way of, and I'm less concerned about the aesthetic piece of it, more concerned about the functional piece of it. Yeah. As a guy, Kyle, as a man. When you what would be, and as a trainer, what's your hesitation with guys avoiding legs? Because we see it a lot.
Well,
high school kids.
Yeah, we do.
It starts there. It starts at 13.
It is harder than lifting upper body.
Yeah.
So I see why people want to skip it all the time.
Yep.
But you probably should be, if it is that much difficult for you, you should probably be doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of lower body, like you're walking. I mean, most people walk every day. You need to be able to balance. Yeah. You don't walk on your hands.
You do not.
You do not walk on your hands. So you don't need them quite as often as your feet, in my opinion, when it comes to just getting around in the world, especially for like the older crowd. You lose your balance, you fall over. Yeah. I don't know if you've been around somebody that's older, that's had a fall. Mm-hmm. Their health can be perfect. That will send them on a downward spiral so fast. Yeah. And it's crazy how, really that's one of the biggest indicators of longevity is muscle mass. I'm using air quotes if you're just listening. And that, in my opinion, that muscle mass, connects with bone density, because if you're right, if you go out on the ice and you slip, you break a hip, you could be 76 years old, have great health, and then get thrown into the hospital, and have your, broken hip put back together and be inactive for 3 months or 6 months, which is huge. Yeah. When you get up to be that old and watch all of a sudden your blood markers go all over the place, and, you put on weight and you just, you could. You want to feel helpless, like become immobile and not be able to drive yourself around for a little bit.
Yes.
It makes life so hard.
Yeah. Yeah. So in the way of guys doing leg day, I have a buddy of mine from high school I'm doing some remote programming stuff with, just to get him going and stuff like that. And it's hard because I'm worried, like I've never seen him barbell back squat before. Like I don't know how good that is. So in the way of, if you're talking to a 30-something-year-old, 40-something-year-old, 50-something-year-old, where do you have them start?
Well, let's see if you can air squat properly first.
There we go.
Without any weight.
Step one.
Now, I honestly, and even for me, like a regular back squat with both my feet is one of the more difficult movements. Yeah. Just like with different imbalances and trying to feel it in the right places, back to like lifting upper body is easy. It's also easy to feel all those muscles working. Yeah. You lift your bicep curl, like a kid 3 years old can feel it. Yeah. They know what they're working. Try to feel your glutes in a regular back squat. I have very much a hard time with that one. Yeah. So I'm sure the regular population has a very hard time with it. Yeah. So trying to feel everything, moving slowly, and do not overdo it on the weight. Yeah. Tempo, that is key.
That's huge.
tempo. Do not go down faster than you're going to come up.
Yeah. Start with an air squat. Move on to a goblet squat. Again, I love the tempo idea.
Yeah,
Control on the way down.
Every kid I work with
on the way
here,
up.
I have to make them move a little slower on the way down.
Yeah. Don't bounce out of the bottom. Unless you're an Olympic lifter, there's no real need.
No, we're not setting world records over here.
Have control in that bottom. And I really love the idea of having as much range of motion as you can. And again, it's going to be different, Again, guys, this live studio audience is quite cheering us on quite a bit here.
And also just having somebody there to look at your form, or just if you could record it on your own and look at it, that gives you so much good feedback. You can have your knee dipping in and not notice it until you look at the footage and you're like, oh my God, what is going on with my form? Or your low back, you can see your hip is a little down on the one side, so it's uneven.
Yeah. And let's be clear, coaches can look at this and they can see these things. But I think normal people, just like you said, set up your phone.
Yeah,
shoot
so
from
easy.
the side, shoot from the front.
Yeah.
If you see yourself shifting, shifting forward, shifting back, shifting left, shifting right, oh, look at my back as it goes. Okay.
Yeah,
fix it.
So helpful.
Get that feedback. I do think it's a lot more helpful than just using mirrors.
Yeah.
If you're in a gym with mirrors and stuff like, oh, look at me.
I like the mirror when it's in front of you when you're squatting, but like if you're trying to look to the side,
oh no,
that is a terrible idea.
No.
You're asking for trouble.
Yeah, no, but I do think this is spurred on by my buddies sent out a little meme of this little French bulldog, like with his paws up on a stair, and like something like, this is the average 40-year-old man in skinny jeans or something like that. This is big old torso, these little bitty legs, you know.
When I used to go to a regular old gym, not this gym, you saw that all the time.
Yeah.
Whether it was 6 a.m., 6 p.m., you saw the big dudes in there that walk around like this, but they can't turn their neck, and they got legs that are skinnier than their forearms.
Yes, which is crazy.
Yes.
Which is crazy. So going back to, very much to drive not the health piece, but also the aesthetic piece too. Like you don't need to be, like you need some thighs, man. Come on now. Like some tree trunk thighs.
Yeah. And honestly, just like random everyday life gets in the way if your legs aren't strong. Like I went hiking a couple weekends ago. Oh man.
Yeah.
It was hard for me, and I do work out. I can't imagine if I just wanted to go for a hike and get some fresh air, and I was having a really hard time getting up some stairs because I wasn't lifting at all.
Yeah, that's a thing. It is a thing. And I think it balances you out so well too. Like the legs, we say train legs. It's not just training legs. You're getting in the glutes, the low back, back squatting with really the whole friggin' back, deadlift the same, it's not just a leg thing. Like we're working everything. Like these are the most compound movements that we could do. I love a good bench press. I love a good, overhead press. Yeah. But when it comes to like full body movement, the deadlift, I don't care, trap bar, straight bar, the squat, I don't care, goblet, front, back, don't care, full range of motion, down, up, like that. Those are probably the most important movements in my world.
There is something about having weight on your back and squatting down where like your brain really has to work at it. Yeah. I can get under some dumbbells and press them and not think twice about it. Yeah. You put a big barbell on my back, I'm worried about my toes gripping the ground. I'm driving my knees out. I'm trying to feel my glutes. I'm having my core tight. Yeah. Everything's working.
Yeah. It's a thing. Well, if we flip it around too, I think it's funny. The women seem to be very good. This is the sexist part of the podcast right here. Seem to be very good with the lower half. They like the squatting and the da-da-da. They're less good with the upper body. Not saying that they'll completely skip it and whatnot, but like, if I get a chance to work my, glutes and hamstrings, they'd much rather do that than, arms and, shoulders and da-da-da-da. And then I don't think they're as bad as the guys with legs, personally.
No, not even close.
But it's an issue. Can I say that? I think girls need to spend more time on the upper body. Guys need to spend more time on the lower body.
No, I would agree.
Very sexist, I say.
No, I'd agree. But like for women, if you have kids, you're going to be carrying kids around a lot. Yeah. Good luck trying. If you have something on a high shelf and it falls awkwardly and you're not doing your overhead presses, like I hope your shoulder holds up for that one. Yeah. Moving Christmas decorations around in the basement, like it just makes everyday life so much easier. Being able to reach up overhead and grab something is something that you lose as you get older. Yeah, yeah. Well, and just having that mobility, going overhead and whatnot. Again, we could talk
your Turkish get up type piece, Turkish tripod.
And I mean, if you want to get into the aesthetics of it, I mean, women do tend to hold more body fat on the back of their arms. And if you're not working your arms, that is going to show a lot worse.
That clip right there, Kyle's going to go viral right there. That's the most, that's all I heard out of the podcast.
Yeah, I don't want to go viral for that one, but that is very true. I mean, men hold weight differently than women hold weight. And that is just a spot that women, especially as they age, that's where they tend to hold it.
Yep.
And if you're not lifting it, it's going to look worse.
Yeah.
The best way to look leaner is to have muscle underneath it.
Yeah. Yeah. So to have those triceps,
you got to have them.
To be able to do push-ups, to be able to do, gosh, for women to do pull-ups is so fantastic.
Oh, I love seeing it.
Yeah.
When it happens.
Yeah.
Because they had to work for that.
Yes.
Really did.
And I don't care about our, whether it's our young female athletes or our, our adults, you know, if you're a 40-year-old female and you can do pull-ups.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Good for you.
It's like a 40-year-old guy that can get into an ass-to-grass squat with like his body weight and take control with it. I know he has worked on that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. You're doing some awesome things if that's the case. Holy geez. So moral of the story, I think we could say at the end of the day, we like the idea of working your weaknesses, and not saying that all guys struggle with lower body and all girls struggle with upper body, but like, if it's really easy to do what you like and like what you do, and so I'm just going to stay here and I'm going to do my same routine of my chest and my shoulders and my biceps and my triceps and do my abs and go home and ignore, the bigger lifts, and no shade to a, some type of, leg press type deal or anything like that. Like those can be fine, but it's different.
It's so much. You can get in there and be on your phone and do your leg press.
Yeah.
You can just scroll. Good luck doing that with your back squat.
Yeah.
Even the best can't do that one.
Yeah. And it's cool to load up all the plates on the leg press and stuff like that.
And leave them there.
And but to actually, to get more out of it, to be able to, load that back squat or front squat or goblet squat. I don't even care. I'm even okay with a real fit elevated split squat.
My favorite.
If you want to go a little more single leg with it, those always destroy me. I don't care. I think I'm in good shape. I'm like, oh, it still hurts. Always hurts.
They're humbling.
They are so humbling. So humbling. And then ladies the same way. If you're able to like, oh man, I'm so bad at blank, work on blank.
Yeah.
You'll probably end up looking better. You'll probably end up feeling better. Oh, my shoulder hurts. Work towards a pull-up. Even if you can't do a pull-up, work on eccentrics, just the coming down part. Just do a dead bar hang, maybe go back to middle school and do the, whatever. Actually, flexed arm hang.
Yeah.
Bent arm hang. That's the same thing. Sorry. Straight arm hang versus, bent arm hang. But like if you fix those weaknesses, like that'll really round you out and probably fix issues that will rear their ugly head probably later in life. Like we were talking about, 60s, 70s.
And I mean, the more and more research that comes out that talks about how important working your lower body is. I just saw something the other day where your calf is considered a second heart now because it helps pump blood back up into your body.
Interesting.
And I was like, that is just so interesting, but it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
When you think about when gravity is constantly pulling your blood down, your calves, the muscles in your calves literally help build that blood back up to your heart.
Yeah. Well, I think it's crazy too in this world. Tyrese Halliburton just had the Achilles thing, where my dad had a partial Achilles, just walking out of the garage and he missed the step and, landed, goofy. Wasn't a full, thank goodness. But he was in a boot for a while.
Yep.
But if it was a full one, at the age of 70 something, like that would have been not good for him at all.
No, that's as bad as it gets.
To take care of, I mean, we're talking, deadlifts and squats and stuff like that, but even just your calf raises, to get as much flexion and extension as you can in that ankle, So when stuff does happen, you miscount the steps and you land funny, it's the worst thing ever.
The amount of dysfunctional feet we see out here with the way shoes are made today, and I think the world's starting to catch up a little bit, but it's going to be a while before it takes over, if at all, just because the shoes don't look as cool as
they do not.
The Nikes have always looked.
Yes. They look cooler than my Vibrams.
They do. They don't work better, but they look better.
They do.
A Lambo's better in my car, but I wouldn't take it as a daily driver.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you that much.
Exactly. Well, guys, you can hear all the applause. Everybody's saying all the great things about about the Happy Healthy Strong podcast. Yeah. So, again, we apologize if this was a rough one to listen to. That's why we're going to cut it off now. So,
that works.
Moral of the story, work your weaknesses, okay? Yep. Guys don't avoid the leg. Girls don't avoid the upper body.
Yep.
Rip it. Kyle, thanks for joining us.
Of course.
Listeners, we'll catch you on the next one.
That's all we have for you today. If you have any questions or want to chat or interested in seeing what we're up to in between episodes, head over to Instagram and Facebook and follow @OakStrength. Also check us out at oakstrength.com. If you like this episode, please share it with someone who wants to live happy, healthy, and strong. If you really liked it, subscribe and review the Happy, Healthy, Strong podcast on iTunes or Spotify. Be sure to tune back in next week and remember to keep owning your health.